All right, guys, welcome in, welcome back. They're gonna have to send somebody out to fix it. I guess it only works in the daytime. Anyway, they'll have to bring somebody out. We'll see if we can get through it anyway. I mean, it's not dropping as bad. I turned the resolution down just so we can get through tonight. So let's jump right into here. Let's check out the Sahara dust layer. All this toxic carcinogen dust coming off the Saharas. And, you know, we also had a fake 9.0 quake that popped up over here, some kind of anomaly. But that wouldn't be the first time we've had one of these quakes pop up like that. So let me go ahead and stop that. Let's just get out of there. Let's jump into the news articles real quick. And then hopefully the stream will catch up to us. So take two. All right, so a 315 billion ton iceberg the size of Sydney breaks off Antarctic ice shelf. And you'd think right off the bat they're going to call climate change. They're going to say global warming, but hey, they didn't do it this time. Scientists were surprised a 315 billion ton iceberg roughly the size of Sydney broke off where it did, but said climate change isn't to blame. Let me zoom in on this a little bit. All right, at 300 and oh wow, where'd my page go? Holy crap! Oh my God, where'd my pages go? My everything just disappeared. Holy crap! All my bookmarks just disappeared. That's insane. Well, that puts a slowdown on the show there. Let me see if I can, now I gotta get back to the everything back. So we get that over here. Give me, oh, now that's on the wrong page. Okay, so let me move that back over here. And let me try to find the stream. I don't have a stream right now. Give me a second. Man, they just like messing with this, don't they? Let me find us here so I can get back in the chat. Let me see if it's not dropping as bad. But let me try to get to the live events, live stream now. See if we're up and running still. That was pretty crazy, the zero watching. I know there's not zero watching. There we go. Looks like it's buffering still. All right, hey, we'll just suffer through it tonight. They'll get this thing fixed, man. If you didn't watch the morning show, man, that sucker streamed perfect. Best stream I think I've had. I think it was even better than the cable internet I had when I lived up in the city. I mean, it was awesome. So hopefully they can get the nighttime to work just like it does in the day. So anyway, this big giant iceberg has the size of Sydney's urban area has cracked off the Antarctic ice shelf, surprising scientists who expected a separate, smaller iceberg to detach nearby. The 1,636 square kilometer, man, you just love the numbers they use, iceberg named D28 separated away from the ice shelf in East Antarctica on Saturday. Experts said the separation was overdue. They had predicted a large iceberg would break off the shelf sometime between 2010 and 2015, but it's taken this long for any such separation to occur, and it happened in a different spot than where the scientists anticipated. So yeah, it's a pretty good size hunk of ice here. You know, there was stories that come out how they wanted to tow these big ice chunks over to these places that couldn't get water. So anyway, I can't believe that they didn't use the climate change for this. I mean, that's pretty crazy. Now you watch the fake mainstream news come out and say this was caused by climate change. We'll see here. So anyway, I did have, here's the thumbnail. It's already been deleted off the thing, but you can see over here, it was showing a 9.0 earthquake over here in Africa. Now this isn't the first time this has happened. Now it's off the feed now. They don't have it on here no more. But it happened back in September. Check this out. It was farther south. Magnitude 9.0 quake reported in Atlantic Ocean off the Africa coast. This time it was over the land, but there wasn't no quake. So this was back on 9/9/2019. Magnitude 9.0 has reportedly struck in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Africa, according to the global incident map. So this is the second time their map has showed a 9.0 glitch over here in Africa. What's up? When you see that, then you look at the Sahara dust, you're wondering, you know, was there an explosion over here? Which I did have the global incident map up, see if there is an explosion over there. Hey, thanks out there, Bamboo. Anyway, hopefully we'll get this stream up and running real good tomorrow night. And we'll have to quit dealing with this buffering stuff unless it's storming. So we have a bomb incident explosive hoax device. It's a hoax device. General terrorism news, abductions, kidnappings, general terrorism news, kidnappings. What the heck's going on over here? Another explosive hoax devices. Arrests, captured, killed. So anyway, just another weird anomaly out there. Oh man, what tab did I close now? Let me see what tab I closed, because it might have been a yeah, this sucks that all my tabs went away. So anyway, we gotta wait on these all to load now. Man, they really know how to make a show suck worse, don't they? Look at that, nothing's loaded. Yeah, it's weird. It's like the internet starts slowing down. Like if I would have probably went live around 7, it probably would have worked fine. Anyway, talking about these 9.0 quakes and got a little bit of tsunami stuff. The new Seattle tunnel designed to ride out a catastrophic 9.0 quake, the DOT says. So over in Seattle, the new Highway 99 tunnel opened in February has been constructed to withstand a powerful 1 in 2,500 year earthquake, or roughly a 9.0 magnitude off the Washington coast. So if you live out in this area, I don't know if I'd go into any kind of, I wouldn't want to be in a cave or a tunnel or anything. I don't think I would trust this this tunnel. I mean, isn't that, you know, don't they say in the Bible you'll be crushed if you go underground or something like that? But anyway, they say they designed it to withstand a 9.0. Hopefully we won't never have to see if it withstands it. We also got Verizon bringing 5G technology to most under-resourced students. It's breaking down the digital divide in the process. 5G wireless technology, doctors can perform remote surgeries on patients thousands of miles away without worrying about a lag. Well, hey, I'm lagging right now. We're dropping frames like we're going out of style. And, you know, that's what they're doing. They're going to try to make the internet suck so bad that you have to get 5G. That's what they're trying to do. That's why we'll always probably have problems with the internet. So while we're still down in the south here, revealed the Australian companies manipulating the weather. For over 5 decades in Australia, the study of clouds, rain, and atmosphere has been largely hidden from the public. Hold on, I gotta get a drink. As a secretive network of government agencies, private businesses, interests continue to manipulate the weather around the world for personal benefits. You know, I got a couple clips, mainstream clips I can play, if it'll play without dropping too many frames. Coming out of Australia, I got a new one here that I haven't seen yet. Yeah, it's just... Oh yeah, we're not dropping, I don't think. Here, I'll play these clips. I tried to play them earlier. It probably won't work, but hey, we'll give it a try.
Inquiry will be held into the effect and handling of the floods if it's necessary.
Well, that wasn't right there. It didn't start out right. Okay, hold on. Let me play this again. This isn't the right one anyway, but I'll play it again. Here, let's try this one. Yeah, give me a beer.
To start the new month, claims tonight international vapour trails laid by international organisations could be filling central west skies with dangerous chemicals. Opponents of these mysterious chemtrails, which have been appearing over Dubbo and other central west centres, argue science is being perverted to change local weather patterns and keep Australia in drought.
These weirdly shaped vapour trails above Dubbo make curious patterns, but concerns tonight it could signal a systematic poisoning of the skies above Western New South Wales. Jet planes often leave contrails, but these vapour trails aren't on any recognised flight paths, and they run closely parallel and cross over in gigantic X shapes, forming giant grid patterns across the sky. And it's not just Dubbo. These are happening worldwide. There's a growing belief that chemtrails, as they're known, are particles into the upper atmosphere to reflect sunlight back into space and prevent global warming.
This is a disgrace that our government is allowing the US to spray barium, aluminium and all sorts of toxic aerosol chemicals under the banner of repelling sunlight.
Critics equate the program to the 1950s radioactivity experiments using human guinea pigs. They're also dismissing reports of a seasonal link between a...
Residents in southern Tasmania are demanding to know why cloud seeding was conducted over the Derwent River catchment the day before the worst floods in 40 years. Cloud seeding is a technique used to increase rain. Hydro Tasmania has confirmed it flew a cloud seeding flight despite the weather warnings. Farmers believe the technique could have made the flooding worse.
Yeah, so there you go. There's some mainstream for the parents out there that don't believe they're doing it. And then we have this article here where it shows all the climate engineering, the radiation management to reflect aerosols, space smears, cloud seeding, you know, you name it. Creating the rain. Plain vapor trails above Adelaide. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I've seen these are all on weather modificationhistory.com. Project Storm Fury goes down under. Here's a little more recent here. November 2007. Turnbull pumps $10 million into a rain-making gamble. See, they've been doing this for so long, man, and they just keep it hid from the normal public. You know, why does the mainstream media, your local meteorologist, instead of saying, hey, yeah, there's some planes out here blocking some sunlight today, they just call them filtered clouds, or they'll call them high clouds or filtered clouds, filtered sky. That's just code word for chemtrails. You know, cirrus clouds are chemtrails. Chinese scientists develop handheld sonic weapons for crowd control. So it's a gas-powered device passed for mass production after 2 years of research. You know, you got some crazy stuff going on over here. I mean, there's, if you can get the videos, that's something you need to watch, man. Get the techniques from them. So China has developed the world's first portable sonic gun for riot control. The rifle-shaped instrument, which was jointly developed with military and law enforcement, is designed to disperse crowds using focused waves of low-frequency sound. Wonder if they could cause an earthquake with this thing. The device's biological effect could cause extreme discomfort, like torture, with vibrations in the eardrums, eyeballs, stomach, liver, and brain, scientists said, so they can make them crap their pants. They use something similar to this up in New Jersey on the kids. New York, New Jersey, they have these sonic things up on the light poles, and they shoot a frequency out that adults can't hear. We've reported on that, where it keeps the kids out of the parks at night. We may have to take a look at that a little later here. Another show or something. And if this page loads, we'll be talking about the, we're seeing these AI taking over jobs and jobs and jobs. Well, even the robotic flaggers to start popping up at construction sites across Oregon. So instead of paying a guy, $17-20 an hour to stand out here burning his feet, they're just going to put, little AIs out here. So more jobs to take away from humans. If that's not bad enough, the UPS gets FAA nod for widespread drone deliveries. So these drones are going to be going all over the skies. And, they got cameras on them, and they'll be filming everything everywhere they're going. They got to have cameras to see where they're going. So, yeah, we had to get a windshield on our car, and we didn't even know it. We got, I think it's like a 2017 Toyota Corolla. And when they popped out the windshield, he disconnected this camera. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't even know there was a camera in the windshield. I guess it's for trying to keep you in the lanes. I have all that assist crap turned off. I don't like that stuff. Don't trust it. But yeah, there's a camera built in the windshield underneath the rearview mirror, pointed out. So it kind of freaked us out that we didn't even know it was there. So we need EMP grenades or something. All right, so why all our farmlands have been flooded, and they're ruining and destroying crops all over the world. China buys 600,000 tons of soybeans from the U.S. So, we're going to be needing that food next year, and we're not going to have it now because they just sold 600,000 tons away to the so-called enemy. So more of our food resources not only are being damaged, destroyed, and now they're selling it. That's the way the government works. Remember, Al Gore made nearly $2 million from the global warming scam. He's likely to become the first world's carbon billionaire. Let's not let that happen. He predicted that the Arctic would become ice-free within the next decades and that polar bears would begin drowning. Both claims were untrue. Nothing he said has come to fruition. It's all a hoax. But people like him are going to continue to get rich. Soros is going to continue to fund these campaigns to help bring in the New World Order. That's what they want. We had Hurricane Michael that went through. It was a weapon. Hurricane Michael was a weapon. Hurricane Dorian was a weapon, and so is Lorenzo. And what do? They clear the way for the 5G.
One wireless company stepping.
Panama City gets 5G connectivity. What a better way to do it. Clear out all the trees, clear out the buildings, and put your 5G infrastructure in, your Skynet system. So they just announced today, or wait, this was on the 27th. Yes, September 27th, Verizon has just announced it's officially turning the power on to the 5G in Panama City. $25 million investment plan to aid in the city in hurricane recovery. So instead of giving this $25 million back to the people to build their homes, they're going to give you the 5G grid instead. You know, it's pretty ridiculous that we continue to let these governments get away with this robbery that they're doing to us. So I did have some articles here up on, you know, back when the mega quake hit back in the 1700s, how scientists know when the last big earthquake happened. At approximately 9 p.m. Pacific time, January 26, 1700, a magnitude 8 or 9 earthquake occurred on the Cascadia subduction zone, a 600-mile wide stretch between Vancouver Island, British Columbia. And it gets into the all the evidence. You know what? I probably need to jump into the weather stuff. All these links are in the description, so if you want to read further down into this article and watch all the tsunami stuff and all that crap, you can do that. Let's go ahead and jump into the weather real quick. Get that off there. Yeah, here's another article I had up. It will take a tsunami 3 hours to strike Tacoma if a 9.0 quake hit off the coast. Anyway, these links are in the description if you want to get into that. I think we need to go ahead and jump into the weather. Let me go ahead and bring up the worldview map. Let that thing get to loading. And hopefully, like I said, we'll be able to get this stream fixed by tomorrow. And we won't have to deal with the buffering and I had to turn down the resolution and all that crap. So hopefully one more night, guys, we'll have the internet running good. We'll just have to see. All right, so let's get that loaded. Here's Lorenzo over here. It's got to be getting really close. Here's the Azores Islands. Still got a defined eye wall. Should be no hurricane this far up north. It's combining with another system. We know they had bunker fuel out here. We know they're cloud seeding. See, this is where they want the storm to go. They want it to hit the UK. We put the place marks on here. See, here's where the seeding operations are. We'll let that clear up. We're watching them steer it to the UK. Here's your evidence. Here's the only cloud seeding operation around this hurricane. Here's Portugal, Spain. Here's the UK. So they're seeding this whole area. Let me see if I can click a layer. And yeah, see, they're seeding big time down here. They're actually wanting, looks like they want it to go farther south, but there's also a spraying operation to the north. Big time. You got like 20 planes right here laying the liners. So intense. Seeding the storm. If you guys live in the UK, France, Ireland, Portugal, Spain, Iceland, they're sending a man-made storm. They're steering it in your direction. And the chemtrails say it all. We watch every major storm. They seed out ahead of the storm the direction they want the storm to go. You can see the planes are coming here off of the Portugal airports. Let me zoom in on them real good. So here they are seeding coming out of Portugal, and I don't even know what that is, but yeah, definitely seeding it. They want this storm to pretty much take a straight, hard right. And then they also have the upper seeding up to the north. Look at these big fat liners. So we can tell where they want the storm to go. I mean, that's pretty blatant stuff. There is not that many planes that would be flying these paths. These are not, you know, normal commercial flight paths. They would crash. These things are ran by an AI program. So when you span this out, I'm going to circle with my mouse. So you got a big spraying operation here, a big operation in the center, and a big operation in the south. So that if you triangulate all these, it's headed for Ireland and the UK. Now the original models took this thing up and towards Greenland. So we will check them here in a minute. Just want to go take a quick look over here and see what we can spot real time live here. Since this isn't loaded no more, we gotta go. It's still loading better than my old internet, man. We would have been waiting for minutes on this. So if they get that thing dialed in, man, we'll be able to fly through these maps much better. Still spraying operations over Alaska, the Yucatan, Canada. But here's probably the big story for us here in the States. We have a super strong line where we have winter on one side, summer on the other, which is leading to some severe storms. Just trying to check, see if we can spot any blatant cloud seeding operations. And it's really like not coming out real good today. Still a lot of dust showing up. We just kind of scroll through here. I can pretty much see this stuff, and then we already looked up there. So we're all clear there. Been having a lot of weird bunker fuel operations in places that we don't normally see it. All right, let's go check. So it looks like the big monster spraying operation looks like it's over down here in Australia. Maybe a few right there in the center. I mean, they got hammered. Tasmania, New Zealand. There's a spraying operation just to the north of you. Let's go on up and see if we can find Guam. Zoomed right in on tonight. You guys are clear, but look, you got a little bit of artificial skies going on. Captain Guam, are you out there? It looks like you have artificial, dirty, nasty military operation clouds out here. So, well, these would be from yesterday, because today is not loaded yet. You got a man-made storm there in Malaysia. Cloud seeding off the coast of Manila. Look at that nasty man-made cloud. What is this thing? Look at that. That is pretty crazy right there. Look at the front on that. Where's that headed up to? That's headed up to Japan, the Sea of Japan. And they're also spraying really heavy right off the coast of Japan. Man, look at these. These are thicker. This is one hell of a spraying operation. This would be the biggest spraying operation in the world right now here over Japan. So Japan is getting waxed right now with aerosols everywhere over it. The Sea of Japan's getting hammered. So yeah, they're definitely steering this system. This thing come from the Guam region, and it's just pummeling South Korea right now. They want to steer this thing, it looks like, right up through the Sea of Japan. Direct hit over Japan's what it looks like by these seeding operations. You got some cloud seeding operations up here by the Kamchatka Peninsula. All over Russia. You got spraying operations everywhere over Russia. Alright, let's go ahead, take a look at this map, and then we'll jump into the forecast to see what's going on. So we had a bunch of tornadoes warnings popping off here. Let me put them on here. I thought I had them on here. So I'll put the warnings on. Look how dark that got right there, right over Iowa. That's what we called for in the 16-day forecast. Let's see if it'll show. There we go. Here's our watches warning. We're still flooding from the coast. You know, for the border down North Dakota, Missouri is still flooded. So look at that big swath of tornadoes through Kansas, Nebraska, Iowa. I mean, the cold line right here is just insane right now. You got cold and then hot. Like they're turning the switch on for fall. You got winter weather advisories still in Montana, North Dakota, and tornadoes. Let's go ahead and check real quick if there's any severe weather right now. We hit the next rad site here. So how's this? The stream's not in the green, but is it doing all right out there? It's not. I haven't seen it drop any frames in a while, but it's still just showing the orange. All right, let's go ahead and check the watches. So we had a tornado warning for Iowa, Illinois, Topeka, Kansas, Des Moines, Iowa, Topeka, Kansas, Topeka, Kansas, Des Moines. Look at all these tornado warnings. What month is this? Look at that. You actually had a Valley, Nebraska, Pleasant Hill, Missouri, Kansas City, Omaha Valley, Nebraska. It's actually Valley and Omaha, Topeka, Kansas. So look at this. We had a tornado outbreak today. So just a couple hours ago, we had a tornado in Iowa. Let's check what these babies are looking like. We probably need to go up here into Wisconsin, see what the radars are doing. Yeah, and then as soon as I talk about it, it starts buffering. Yeah, it's not real good. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have this internet issue fixed for good, I hope. You know, there's no cell phone towers or nothing out here. Like, my phone don't even work. I have to use my wife's little Walmart phone. That's the only phone that'll get a semi-signal. Normally, you got to go outside at night. It seems to work a little bit better. Yeah, you got some hail. That looked like a pretty good spin up there in Minnesota. Or is that Wisconsin? Yeah, Wisconsin. Then you got Illinois. They're shooting some beams out of the radar. All right, so that got a good look on that one. So right now we got to look over here. You know, we're going to have tornadoes all year long for now on, unless these guys are stopped. You know, we had a tornado in like Boston area, or actually is up north of Boston last year in like December. We had one over in a couple tornadoes out in Washington, Oregon in the wintertime last year. So it's like a year long, like they're shooting the beams out. Radar sucking the energy in. Wind farms are help pushing the storm out. Look at that. You see that energy come out of the wind farm? Let me zoom in on this. Okay, right here is a wind farm or a solar farm, most likely a wind farm. Now it pulses this storm line of storms. And then look at outflow comes out from the wind farms. Watch right here, you're going to get an outflow. So here's the center. As soon as the system goes, and boom, an outflow comes from this direction, heads toward the radar, and then there's one here heading towards the radar. Just goes to show you that they're definitely manipulating the rain with the next reds. So we got, looks like we got some snow or something coming in up in Washington. So let's go ahead and go jump on the forecast models real quick here.